Hi, today I'd like to talk to you about hiring a VA and just a couple of tips that you could use maybe when you decide to hire someone to help you in your business. One of the biggest things that you could look for, and I always insist on, is that the person speaks very, very good, if not perfect, American English. Some of the people that I've hired in the past had a lot of good qualities and they were qualified in whatever area I'd hired them for. However, their English lacked and they weren't able to communicate with me very well. I wasn't able to communicate back with them, and so there was a lot of misunderstandings. I think it's super critical that that would be your number one priority when hiring someone. One of the things you can look for is younger people especially tend to watch a lot of American television, and if they're doing that, they've picked up a lot of the way that Americans speak and some of the slang, and that will really be helpful when they're writing for you, or again, when you're communicating with them, it'll make it much easier and much less of a chance of having them do the wrong thing or something you didn't want them to do. One of the things I do when I'm hiring people is I will put in the job description somewhere buried a little bit down, not right at the top, that I want them to begin their response with the exact phrase, "Hello, Mr. Harmon," or it could be, you don't have to say, "Hello, Mr. Harmon," obviously, but it could be any phrase that you want them to start with, and then somewhere further down in the job description, I'll tell them to end with, "Goodbye, hiring agent," or some other phrase. That way, when they respond to you, if they haven't begun the response with the thing you ask them to do, you know right away you can just delete that applicant. You don't have to even go through their resume because they weren't able to follow a simple instruction that you gave them. Okay, another thing that I always insist on is that every day at the end of the shift, they give me I have a template I furnish them for what they did every hour of the day. I told them I don't want them to write an encyclopedia. I just want a simple description of what they did each hour, like from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m., 10 a.m. to 11 a.m., and so forth. That way, each day when I get that, I actually go through it and I will make comments, not every day on everything, but enough so that they know that I'm watching what they're doing, and it shows them really that I'm interested in what they're doing too. So I can go to that particular task, take a look at it. If there's anything that needs correcting, I can make a notation right there where they noted that they had done it. So they know that every day they can expect from me a response to their timesheet. And the good thing about that is that every day I'm expecting something from them and every day they're expecting something from me. Keeps the flow of communication open. It also helps you to cut off something at an early stage if it's going in the wrong direction, or also gives you a chance to compliment them on a good job. In summary, what you want to look for is, again, a great American English skill to be able to write in good American English. And secondly, to be able to respond to your job post especially, not only with maybe a short paragraph of why you should hire them, but also with those phrases that you gave them that you wanted to see at the beginning, at the end, so that you know that they're capable of reading written instructions and following them, doing what you ask them to do. And then also the template that you give them to list down their tasks hour by hour is really critical to hiring a good person and having a good outcome. That's what you're looking for, is to have a good outcome with this person. And communication is really important. So that wraps it up for this time, and I'll see you next time. Thank you for your time.